Hi, Tribe. Welcome to Learn Love Tarot. Thank you for clicking on tonight. I'm really excited to do this reading for you today. I have a sort of a new spread that I started last Friday, and I felt that was just a really big epic read. So I wanted to continue that today. I'm taking a little bit deeper dive into yours and theirs feelings, your feelings for each other, what your actions towards each other are, what you're thinking about each other, your thoughts, and what you think the other person brings as far as any tangible gifts. Okay, so on this channel, I teach many lessons as well on how to understand your birth chart. I'm going to be separating those many lessons from the reads, just so that you can click through the many lessons a little bit quicker if you'd like to do that. We will be taking a deeper dive this week on the many lessons regarding our equinox here, our fall equinox, and how the energies of Libra, with the sun being in Libra, that just happened this past weekend. That, of course, is also counterbalancing the energy of the South Node with the North Node in Aries. So we're going to be looking at your charts to find a way, first of all, what life area is going to be affected by the North and South Node and the Sun being in Libra, and what you can do to balance those energies wherever they may land in your chart. And then today I'm going to focus on that Libra energy by looking into what we can each do to balance how we're each seeing each other, right? So if this reading is for you and it resonates with you, I would love and appreciate if you would hit that like button and also the subscribe button so that you know when readings get posted. Okay, so with that, my song of the day, I had it on my mind. I haven't been able to stop singing it all day, is New York City's Killing Me by Ray LaMontagne. And it's a story about he's gotten so busy with everything that he's been doing. He's longing to have a bit of his freedom back, and longing for other places other than where he was. For me, and the masculine energy that is pulling more towards, hey, I think I wanted all this action, but now that I'm missing what I did have. Okay. From the feminine perspective, remember it's not gender, it is the divine feminine. So you can be male presenting person and still be a divine feminine. Okay. We all have the divine feminine and masculine energies to balance within ourselves, our yin and yang, our light and dark. And on the feminine aspect, I feel that the song is more calling to that inner soul search, really taking a deep dive. Okay. And to get some messages, when I meditated on the read today, the magic dice number for the Empress energy was 27. So if that resonates with you, you could also look at it in reverse as a 72. And as these dice are facing me, I'm seeing the numbers 18 or 81. Now, the number 2, got some sage on me there. The realm is our pentacles energy of the feminine side, and that is the realm of the unknown and the unconscious. To me, it was the nighttime of those inner forces being affected, inner forces affecting your destiny. I saw the Queen of Cups. It had a direction of south. So I feel like that energy of looking to the past. We saw a lot of fear happening on both sides of the connection on Friday's read. So I really feel like those things that have happened to the divine feminine in the past are really affecting her presently. And she's really taking a look at that. The day of the week was Tuesday. Tuesday's child is what I immediately thought of, and Tuesday's child was full of grace. The animal was a mole, which signifies earth. earth energy, intuition, which would be the high priestess, fertility, growth, which is what the empress is, bringing something into the physical moment that has been created. Also, trust and instincts. Also, the object was a cave, and I thought of that saying, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasures you seek. So we'll see if that comes out today. The house number, the blue dye water energy here of the feminine, number 7, that house is harmony. Okay, as far as the divine masculine, their realm was the realm of number 4, which is order, and the house number 7, which when it combines to 47, the 7 brings in perfect movement. Okay, so the realm of order that's the emperor in itself too. So I find it delightful that those energies literally came up when I was focusing and meditating on the spread today, and where the energies of the empress and the emperor are. Also got time period of night. So that's moon energy, the realm of the unknown, right? Things laying maybe hidden from sight, deciding back and forth between, that loyalty of the dog, or that solo energy of the wolf. And that could even be within ourselves too, right? If you resonate to the emperor energy. Let's see what else here. And that one, what's that saying about whether you give into fear, right? It depends on which animal you feed. It depends on which one you feed. It feels to me on the time period, whereas the Empress was south, this for the Emperor was autumn. So I feel like the Empress energy was a little further ahead in her inner quest of, as far as looking at her own inner emotions, that hermit energy, right? Really reflecting. The day of the week for the masculine was Thursday, which is Thursday's child has far to go. Okay, their animal was a bee. So immediately I thought of community and spirit. That is where also between the physical and the spiritual realm, right, is the soul. So the divine masculine is coming now into that energy, where they've been in an energy of order, building mode, action, right? And this is funny, not so funny, the realm of masculinity. Okay, so let's see where we go today. Today's date, September 25th, 2023, comes out to 977, and it talks about rewiring your brain differently if you experience fear and anxiety. If you use things like yoga, meditation, or any kind of physical activity, just switch up what your brain is doing, right, to get out of that mode and help you with that anxiety. Okay, let's look at what the energy of the connection is going to be here. I have just the major arcana cards here in a separate deck. This is the Illuminati deck. Great angels and guides, ancestors of the highest light. So let's see what the energy, the combined energy of the Empress and Emperor are today. Thank you. Okay, didn't we get the star on Friday? Crossing here, the Lover's card, this combined energy of number 6. The star is a 17 card, which breaks down to an 8, which is that duality. Okay, so however much of one thing is given, whatever energy is given, right? The opposite of that, the universe likes balance, guys. It needs to balance itself out. So we are seeing that the energy that we put into a connection is the energy we get out. Okay, and that's being, what I say, that's being crossed by an environment of the moon. And nighttime was the time of day for both the masculine and the feminine energy. So that's a bit on the nose, which is great. Okay, next we're going to be looking at, I was looking at Ace of Cups here for feelings. So we're going to use the major arcana to look at how the emotional nature of the relationship supports your love relationship. I can't make it up. So the hermit energy, and I said that I felt in my meditation the divine feminine has been in this energy, right? And more of examining herself, who she thought she was, and combined with, well, if I went in one direction, I thought I was this person in this examination, I see that I need to come back towards home to myself a little bit. So that could be a little bit of energy of overgiving, giving for the feminine. This is a 9 card, September. So Ace of Cups is all about feelings. And again, this is how the emotional nature of the relationship supports your union. Okay. And I did say the divine masculine I felt was now coming in and working on that internal work. And they did get the B, which is where the physical and the spiritual planes collide. And I also saw the image of the chariot, because that is the yin and the yang coming together, which then means you are ready for that union. So the readings today, guys, are intended for those already in a union. So, and those who have a union coming up that's impending, possibly around the corner in the month of September, with this Ace of Cups energy there. And those of us, if this is someone that we are not in contact with at the moment, there could be communication here, or a reflection of the love that you had together. Okay. That is crossed by the Hierophant. So in this love energy, that is bringing that internal reflection and introspection, is bringing about a higher level of commitment, something more structured, something possibly, it could also be learning. This could be them being open to learning, because the Hierophant can mean a teacher is coming in or that they are the teacher. There's also a lamb energy here sitting on the Hierophant's lap. So this is some kind of guru or guide. This can also be their own willingness. Card number 5 of change, to look within themselves about how they feel about this relationship. Okay, we'll see when the feelings part comes out, but the Hierophant is supporting the physical, or excuse me, the emotional aspect of your relationship. Okay, Ace of Wands. We're looking here at the active nature. What active nature supports this union? And I forgot to start my timer. Thank you. The Hierophant wanted to come out anyway. Okay, so that is union. That is physical union. That it could be a more of a committed partnership. So that is the active nature that would support this love. And the environmental energy is the sun. That's a 19 card, which breaks down to a 10, which breaks down to a 1. So a new beginning on this action of commitment possibly here. Okay. Which in this environment of happiness is really thinking, what does make me happy? And the song, The New York City's Killing Me, is possibly taking an action towards something both of you thought would make you happy, and now coming back and realizing that your happiness was here all along. A little bit Wizard of Oz-ish. You had your slippers on all along. Okay, let's look at the intellectual nature that supports this union. Intellectual nature that supports this union, that'd be our Ace of Swords. It's the truth that supports this union. Anything interesting, guys? To show me the intellectual nature that supports this union. Sexual nature that supports this union. Maybe a little bit of overthinking here. That's what this is feeling like. That Ace of Cups came right out, and so did the Ace of Wands. I'd like for them to flip or fly out. Ace of Swords. What is the combined energy, the intellectual nature that supports this union? Swords are also words. Definitely getting a little tongue-tied tonight in the reading. So interesting. So the star, Aquarian energy, the moon, Cancerian energy. Okay, so that will be water combining with air. The intellectual nature is strength. And right there on the strength card in most decks that I've seen is that figure 8, the infinity symbol. And this is the Empress taming the beast. So this can be the beast within her, right? Healing this fear of what has happened in the past. And perhaps intellectually now the emperor understands that there is strength in unity. There is strength in allowing this feminine energy in. And it is magical. The lion's face is very comforted. He's comfortable. He's still the king, even when he allows this love in. It takes strength to let yourself be loved, right, guys? Okay, crossing our environmental energy of that strength. The lovers. Okay, right on the bottom there, guys. So this is passion. This is both feeling the same way for each other. This is destined and fated. The lovers can indicate past life connection. You do see the divine masculine. His tree of life is fiery, while hers is abundant and flush with greenery. Also seeing the Archangel Michael here helping these lovers come into union, come in together. That's beautiful. And it takes strength, right? Or it has taken some strength. It could have fallen out of union and come back into union because there was an imbalance on both sides. Okay. What is the physical nature that supports, this union? So we got a few here. I'm going to take what's on the top. The physical nature, justice. So this is something tangible. This could relate to a legal matter. This is relating to the number 11, which is indicative of soulmates. Okay, so the Pentacles is a gift here. This is a seed that has been planted. And Pentacles take the longest time to come to fruition because it's a seed, but they are also the most successful because time and energy was taken to tend to that seed that was planted. And with justice coming in here, and the Hierophant, this is strong commitment energy. You could either already be married or thinking about making your commitment legalized, especially with this justice card here. So that is what the physical nature, balance. Okay, balance is what would be supporting this union. And the other cards that flew out here, the Fool, Lovers again, and the Chariot. So these are all action cards, taking action on fairness and balance and an environmental energy of the sun again. Okay. All right. Double suns from environmental energy. Gotta love that. Let's see. If we get time, we'll go into what is blocking the union and what could possibly bring it back into balance. I want to watch my time today. I really promise I am trying to watch my time here. So this next deck, I'm going to get the energy of the Empress and the Emperor, and then we'll get both sides of each of these aces down at the bottom. I've combined the major arcana with the court cards, and then we'll combine those with the minor arcana. Okay, angels and guides, let me focus on the energy of the Empress here. What energy is this Empress currently in? We did see that hermit energy with the knight, with the female as well as the masculine, and that did come up in our Ace of Cups here, the emotional nature of the relationship. Okay. So all right, so this whole deck is shuffled in upright, okay, and then I do combine the decks for reversals if we need clarification, but I'm going to take it how it came out. So the Knight of Wands in reverse, okay, and in upright, the Knight of Wands can be someone very passionate, but very fickle with their feelings, perhaps. The Knight of Wands takes fast action. It's a fast energy. So this could be that the feminine is in a slowing down hermit energy, right? With that self-examination, perhaps examining, taking action too quickly, and maybe wanting to slow down in order that she can really do that. And then look at this energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Her eyes are closed. She's in contemplation. The Queen of Pentacles is the minor arcana version of the Empress. Okay, so I think that if this reading is for you, you are in a place of contemplation. You are very peaceful about this, and it's taken energy to slow down, right? And an understanding of maybe not acting so impulsively towards something. She has that red pillow behind her, which is root energy of passion, and she's holding on to that creative essence there. Okay. Also, I forget, I think it might be Steve on Steve's Loves Tarot. He's hilarious. He calls the Knight of Wands his party girl, except for it's the party girl's older sister that is at the parties with the 20-year-olds and has long overstayed her welcome. So again, you're slowing down, chilling out, being in this contemplative hermetic energy. And if Tuesday full of grace, if I don't know what grace looks, if you don't know what grace looks like, I think that's pretty darn close. This is a long time of contemplation, guys. Okay. All right, let me focus my energy on the Emperor. Angels and guides, ancestors of the highest white light. Thank you. Energy of the Emperor. I'm going to get 2 cards for them as well. The energy of judgment, releasing, right? Releasing what no longer serves. The judgment card is making a decision. Okay. So I'm coming back to that song, New York City's Killing Me. So perhaps they took a direction for a place that the emperor wanted to go, right? The emperor can definitely be very controlling and get his mind set in a certain way, right? And be quite stubborn. So perhaps he's understanding and releasing self-judgment, right? Of perhaps making an error, thinking where New York City was where it's at. And then longing to get back to somewhere that he can feel free. And that is releasing a part of your soul, right? Releasing judgment of the self and making a decision that that ends up freeing you. So it says, I got to get me somewhere that I can feel free. Got to get out of New York City. New York City is killing me. Okay, crossed by the hermit. You can't make this up, guys. Judgment, inner judgment. I did say it could be releasing judgment on themselves. Okay. And King of Swords, more Aquarian energy here, because fixed signs are the kings. The King of Swords takes action on his sword of truth. There's an owl there, so there's definitely been some knowledge gained. There is a crow designating communication. There are huge mountains in the background that he's had to climb. Those are obstacles. Okay. And he's conquered those obstacles. There's also a bat, and we did see the knight coming in for both the masculine and the feminine. And the bats can, they have radar, right? They use that inner compass to guide them home. So again, that song is kind of spot on the nose here. Queen of Pentacles energy, that's earth energy. The queens are the cardinal signs. So our earth signs would be Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Capricorn is the cardinal sign of the earth signs. So just a little extra information here, guys. It's not directly about signs. I know a lot of people like to hear that. But what it really is just guiding you towards an archetypal. So this person, the Emperor, leadership already means leadership. King of Swords, double that leadership, right? And it did say here, we had Thursday's child is far to go. The 4 and the 7 adding up to the number 11, coming back home to their soulmate. Okay, maybe New York City was their soulmate when all along Georgia was their home. Okay, and it took that release of that judgment. It took that decision. There was a decision that had to be made, some release of their own judgment of themselves, crossed by the Knight of Cups. Yeah. They're in the energy of love. This is my Maroon 5 card, my Adam Levine card, taking me out on a date. So he's got a blanket down there and a letter. So they have something to tell you. The Knight of Cups takes action towards love. Okay. And this is interesting because the white horse is in the masculine side, whereas the black horse on the feminine side was in reverse. So it seems like there's peace coming here and healing, obviously, star. Yes, that's confirmation there of that. Okay, inner contemplation, letting go of judgment. Wow, guys, this is pretty cool. All right, let's get into it. All right, combining the energies. So we're going to look at Ace of Cups. What are the feelings of the Empress for the Emperor? And what are the feelings of the Emperor for the Empress? I walked across an empty land. I don't know if you can hear the radio on there in the background. Felt the earth beneath my feet. 3 of Cups reunion. King of Wands. Hello, hotness. Okay. So Empress could think her emperor is extremely good looking. Thinks he's on his way here with the 3 of Wands. There is a knowing that this is coming into vision. A lot of fire energy. Okay. What are the feelings of the Empress toward the Emperor? Ancestors and lights. Right. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to take this card, Nine of Swords. Again, this hermit energy here, inner contemplation. We did get Knight again on both sides. Nine of Swords is somebody that is, has a lot of sleepless nights here, of worry, of fear, and anxiety, which is what I said at the beginning of the read, and which our 977 of today's energy resonates with. And we also have here the Five of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Sun again, third time Sun, guys. And we got that coming out in a different deck. So the Empress is in an energy of kind of worry, anxiety, about finding jealousy, strife, competition. Ten of Swords, walking away from fighting. How does she feel towards the Emperor? She doesn't want to fight anymore, right? She wants the Sun. She just wants to get straight to the lovin's. Okay, there's definitely this yellow third chakra energy here of the solar plexus being guided towards your sun. That's what our solar plexus does. And I did say too, this was an inner reflection, being afraid. The fear is coming from the past. So in the past, if there was some competition for her emperor, she could have been stabbed in the back by that Ten of Swords in your back. How fun does that sound, guys? And she just wants to get to the sun. She wants to walk away from all of that hurt and move towards her sun. Nobody wants to stay in that energy, right? But you've got to have movement. 10 means it's the end. So that is the good news too of done. That deceit, that deception, those harsh words is over here. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. So she's moving in the right direction. Again, Five of Wands of, infighting, arguing. That could be also betrayal, back, someone stabbing you in the back. Could have been someone, I feel like it's someone that you possibly could have known, because these people are on a team. They're supposed to be acting as a team, but do you see that one person climbing to the top, reaching for the fire themselves? It's like, hey, we're supposed to be working as a team here. Crossing energy of the Fool. Yeah, she wants to take a new leap of faith. She's holding on to an amethyst, which is a protection symbol, and helps protect your energy. And I saw the two amethysts in one of our crossing cards. It was on the Lover's card. Archangel Michael was holding two amethysts, one in each hand, above the Lovers, above the Empress and the Emperor, the DF and the DM. And then we do have this crossing energy of the Lovers of the Moon, which we had nighttime there in both cards. Which one are we going to feed? Fear or love? All right. Energy of the divine masculine, please. How does the Emperor feel towards Empress? How does Emperor feel towards the Empress? How does the Emperor feel towards the Empress? What are the Emperor's feelings toward the Empress? What are the Emperor's feelings for the Empress? What are the Emperor's feelings towards the Empress? Okay. King of Cups. I believe that came out in Friday for the Divine Masculine as well, guys. I'm 95% sure. So his eyes are closed and she has her eyes closed. So the feelings here, it could be that King of Cups here. And it did say the B, where the connection between the physical and the spiritual. Okay, he's understanding the spiritual implication of this connection. There is a sailboat in the background, which ships usually denote for me soulmate cycle energy. Kings are usually the fixed energy here. I did have a fish in one of my scries in a previous read. Could be some Piscean energy here, but being a fixed water sign, that would be Scorpio energy. He's touching his singing bowl, right? He's understanding that his heart vibrates. He's opening up that heart chakra. There's also a starfish here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tips of change, which is connecting me right to this 5 of Wands here. So the King of Cups has balance in his emotions. He's learned to balance those emotions, sometimes so much to the point where they're controlled emotions, right? He doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve, but his heart chakra is opening up here for the divine feminine. He just might not show you in the love language that you could be accustomed to. And the Queen of Swords here. So cardinal, for me, that will be cardinal air. So Queen of Swords looks forward to the future, has finally found out the truth, and is not budging on that. I believe we had the Queen of Swords come out for both. It came out first for the divine feminine, taking action on her truth. And it's like the King of Cups finally sees who his love is, or he sees the truth of his feelings. There we go. Okay, so we had our Ace of Wands here, the active nature that's supporting the love between you both, the Hierophant, higher level of commitment, a lesson of some sort, either teaching each other something or learning something from each other. What are the Empress's actions toward the Emperor? What are the Empress's actions toward the Emperor? Actions toward the Emperor. Thank you. 3 of Cups, reunion. She wants to celebrate. She wants to go towards her son. I can't make it up, guys. She wants that higher level of commitment. All of that inner work has ascended her higher. And I did say through my meditation that I felt she was at a further spot on the journey than the Emperor was, but he's catching up. And that Friday reading, he was catching up fast. So the Hierophant crossing the Hierophant. How you like me now? Okay, how I like you guys now. It's amazing. What about the Emperor? What are the feelings of the Emperor for his Empress? His truth that he is seeing after releasing judgment on himself, because that was crossed by the Hermit, if I'm not mistaken, right? He is feeling 9 of Pentacles towards her. So 9 of Pentacles is a very independent, abundant energy. King of Swords tend to need to feel, Aquarian energy need to feel they have this freedom within commitment. Okay. And I think that the King of Swords is seeing that you can have freedom within a commitment. And in a lot of ways, there is freedom in commitment, right? You're making a decision. You are making a final judgment call. And there is a release feeling to that about having made a final decision. And the bottom of his robes here too on the Hierophant of the connecting energy, I'm seeing that lavender energy. And she, in this 9 of Pentacles, is reaching for, oh, what pentacle do I choose? Seeing that his divine feminine has so much more to offer than maybe he first realized. And there he is again, Knight of Cups. Wanting to go on a date, wanting to put action to this love offer to this commitment. Okay, that's taken action. That is the next action that the divine masculine is going to take. Okay, the intellectual nature that supports this love union is strength. Okay, and to even get the strength, to denote that there's strength needed that would be supportive of this, denotes that there was fear before strength, right? That there was some level of fear in order to need strength. Okay, so I think both the divines are understanding intellectually that they both have to balance this, they both have something to offer, they both need strength, and that they both need to tame the beasts within so that they can work together in a partnership that they are both happy about. Okay. So let's look at what the divine feminine thinks about her emperor. What does the divine feminine think about her emperor? What does the divine feminine think about her emperor? The good old boys drinking whiskey and rye. So in the song, he does say, New York City's killing me. I need to go back and have a drink with the good old boys. Like when he wants to go back home and just kind of relax and, chillax. So it's funny. What does the Empress think about the Emperor? So I think that y'all are fully aware of this mistake the King of Swords made, or a direction he took that was not beneficial to the union, some kind of action that he took towards a decision that caused him to make a judgment call to himself. Yeah. So she thinks that he doesn't know what he wants. So Seven of Cups is being spoiled for choice. Do I want this? Do I want that? Hemming and hawing. Crossed by the 1111 card, the Four of Wands. This is structure. This is taking that commitment, building the four walls, and creating structure. So the Empress sees or views or thinks that the Emperor is still confused regarding whether or not to bring this into a physical marriage or committed partnership. So she is still viewing him as confused. It could be taking her strength still to tame the beast, not only within herself. Perhaps her focus was on attempting to tame the beast of this, and there's more bat wings right there. Sonar that would have been guiding him home, and he's over here looking, going, but what about this one? But what about over here? Oh, I know I have perfectly lovely 6 cups, but what about the 7 one? So 6 of Cups is about someone in the past coming into your present to affect the future. So that was on the table here, all these 6, and then he's pointing at this 7th one, this unknown, like, well, maybe. So she's viewing him as still holding some certain doubts or confusion towards, this commitment, this celebration. Okay. Feels a little heavy, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Emotions that did not feel very good. It feels like there's still some hurt here, even though she wants to get to the sun. I did say jealousy, strife, competition. It feels the 10 of Swords. It feels like it was a betrayal of some kind. I can't, it's the cards. And she maybe still is viewing him this way, and that's what's keeping her, keeping her up at night. It's like a gut instinct here. It's like a knowing, this hermit energy, this examination. And he is standing up on the top of an icy, snowy mountain. And what's behind the emperor? Icy, snowy mountain. Obstacles. She knows this. Okay. What does the emperor think about his empress? The moon. He feels that she's also confused. So we had the moon energy come here and here. And when night was the time of day for both energies, I immediately thought of the moon card and I wrote that down on both sides. I may start posting my scries and my divinations here during my meditation, guys, just so you can see that this was pre-cards. I find it incredibly not odd. I'm happy for it. It's just, it amazes me every single day. So the emperor is viewing the empress, this moon Cancerian energy, as she still feels confused and muddied. And which energy, is she going to focus on? Is she going to focus and feed on the fear? Or is she going to focus on what they do have and that they're both trying to come into balance now? So the moon crossed by the hanged man. Those are both energies of waiting, guys. So this is seeing something in a new light. The Empress has taken time out to see something from a new light. And that's a 12 card, which is a 3, which we saw here with her action on wanting to celebrate, right? What actions will she take? It's a celebratory energy. It could be spending time with girlfriends. There is an energy here of womanhood. And she's looking at maybe those friends are helping her see something from a new perspective regarding her happiness, her wish fulfillment, and that's taking strength because that devil wants to come in and say, not so fast. These emotions are still controlling her. She's still in that energy. And guys, that is not a fun thing to feel, but your divine masculine knows that you feel that way. They're aware. That's something. And they're on their way back, right? They are longing for home. Wow. Okay. Let's see, physical nature that supports the union, justice, fairness, some kind of legal matter could be involved. And I think on that number 47, yeah, possible legal matter in the realm of masculinity. Wow. Let's see what that is. Okay. So what is the tangible contribution that the Empress feels the Emperor brings? What does the Empress feel that the Emperor contributes fairly? What does he bring tangibly? So tangible, Ace of Pentacles would be time, money, energy, resources, talents. Okay. The Hermit again. So now these are bookending. Okay. So the feminine sees that the masculine is in contemplation. And didn't I say that the feminine has already done this? This is what spurred her to do this heartache. Guys, these lessons, I keep trying to avoid twin flame, guys. I can't get away from it, because what happens is that some kind of betrayal causes this dark night of the soul, right? The dark night of the soul, it ain't no picnic. She's not having a picnic down there. She ain't sleeping. All of these thoughts, this is rumination. Okay. So what does she see that the Emperor is contributing now? He's finally taking that inner contemplation, that self-examination. releasing judgment of his past decisions. He's taking action on that release and that decision. He is doing the examination. Good job, emperors. And she also views him as a wounded warrior. He's been through it. This could have been something, guys, that really, this is a wounded warrior, right? This is his energy releasing judgment. The wounded warrior's been through the war. She's been through all of the other wands. And finally, at the end of this, all this action, right? Wanting to come back home. At the end of the rainbow here. And Spirit is telling the Emperor, guys, like, you're almost there. So she's viewing him under heavy contemplation. She understands that he's been through it. That's probably punishment enough. And now he is ascending as well. And did I not say that I feel like her, that's where she already has been? That was ignited by the dark night of the soul. And the Hierophant's showing up for him now after it showed up for her. She was that came up for her before the Hierophant. And the Hierophant came under our actions and our Ace of Wands. Wow. Balance happening in the intellectual nature. They're resonating in their mind, right? That's an 8 card, 2 4s, 44. Judgment is a 20 card, endings on both sides. Balanced energy, justice, balanced energy. There is literally scales that she's holding there. Okay, so crossed by Hermit, crossed by the Knight of Wands, crossed by the Hierophant. And a Fool energy also wants to take a leap of faith. Cannot make it out, guys. I keep trying to do, I promise, I keep trying to do quick little reads for y'all. That's just not what's happening here. I want to pull this too. So there's that wounded warrior coming out again, and it was just sticking out. And I'm on the place where I am looking at what the Emperor thinks that she physically brings to support the union. What are the tangible gifts? She's a warrior. She's hung in there to the end. What gifts does the Emperor think the Empress brings him? Heat, passion. This is the choice card. Telling you had a choice to do something else, go somewhere else, be with somebody else. Now he knows it's you. Y'all, this is making me emotional for you. You've both been through it. Twin flames go through cycles, even if they're with different people. They go through the same cycles and the same lessons of energy at different times. If you've been out of union, you could be coming back to union. Every soulmate cycles on a different timeline. You're at a different stage, a different part of the 0 to 21 hero's journey. The events that happen, every story and every movie ever wrote is the hero's journey. Exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. A resolution is that he sees his Empress as his lover. He understands that she was home all along. that she is the creator of his happiness, and they both see each other as wounded warriors in this journey. Wow. Can't make it up. He sees her as the Knight of Cups as well, that she's romantic, that she brings romance to the table. And over here, this was the crossing energy of the Emperor. This is what gifts he sees that she brings to the table. She brings passion to his life. She brings creation. It feels like y'all divine feminines have been holding this ish together with some popsicle sticks. But he now sees that you bring the gift of romance. And over here, we saw that his crossing environmental energy is he wants to bring it to you. Can't make it up, guys. When you continue to see repeated energies of cards, I mean, I'm very rarely left speechless. Okay. I think I'm going to start extending these readings just because when they are going out to the collective, it's such a broad energy. And then anybody that comes to the extended message, it will kind of hone in on the people seeking those answers and that advice. So I think moving forward, I'm going to be doing that. Let's get some advice here for this connection. Almost this advice. Thank you from Spirit. Beauty. I'll switch glasses here. Okay. The outer world is a reflection of your inner. So focus on the beauty within yourself, your qualities, your kindness, your gifts and talents. Remember that whatever you give attention to increases and grows. Did I not say that? The universe has to balance its energy. Everyone has some beauty in their soul, so seek it in others. Remind them of their qualities and you will illuminate them. Surround yourself with things and people with a beautiful vibration, for we are all influenced by that which is around us. As you tune more and more into the incredible wonder of yourself, others, and the planet, your resonance becomes that of beauty. Others will perceive the radiance of your soul and be touched by it. The affirmation is, I recognize my beauty and that of others. The divine masculine is recognizing his beauty, releasing parts of himself, his shadow side, balancing his yin energy and with the yang. I mean, if that's not beautiful, and I said on Friday as well, you could be very different from your soulmate, whether that's an age difference, a cultural or race difference. I mean, the Empress is the epitome of beauty. The King of Swords sees the truth in his feelings. He knows he loves his Empress. I think he always knew he loves his Empress, but it was more of, I know I got all this 6 cups of happiness, but what about this 7th one? Got snakes and everything crawling out. I think that was too fast. The grass was not greener. But there's a ladder here on those cups. That had to happen that way, guys. And an Empress, you need to come to some peace about this and an understanding of is what you want. Do you want the sun? Do you want to be happy? Or do you want to be right and continue to focus and take all those good feelings and waste your energy on the path, that treacherous path where you fell off the cliff? On the path to the sun? Which one are you going to feed? These paths are not linear, guys. And I think you're both going to be stronger for it. Beauty crossed by clarity. Did say. Got it, got it. Contemplation, Hermit coming up a lot. We had repeats of the Hermit, of the Justice card, not the Justice, pardon me, the Hierophant card. Let's see, what else? The Moon multiple times here. Knight of Cups multiple times, the Offer. You know, that Hermit energy is all about that inner reflection. Okay, clarity. I mean, that's the Hermit. That's what's inside. He's guiding that inside that lantern he has of his inner reflection is the star. And that is the combined energy of the union, guys. The feelings coming back to your star, using that lantern of the self-reflection, guides you back to your star. We've got the clarity card and the environmental energy of this union. So hang in there, okay? Angel wisdom reminds you that a busy, cluttered mind is a sick one, and a still, clear mind is a divine one. Allow the wisdom in your heart to radiate out and dissolve the chatter of your mind. Know that your angel has drawn this to your attention and is waiting to help you in your task. So sit quietly so that you can find the stillness within. Then you can shine a pure, clear light onto every area of your life. In the clarity of this light in the clarity of this light, the angels will reveal a new way of being. You will see things differently and be able to make decisions from strength and clarity. No more confusion. You both see each other as confused. That's how you're viewing each other. Okay. You will see things differently and be able to make decisions from strength and clarity. My mind is quiet, still, and clear. You and them, double hermits, union, beauty on the masculines, and clarity here coming up for the feminine energy. Wow. As they read, I didn't even get to do all the cards I wanted to. So I hope this message finds you well. I hope it brought you some heart healing, some of your own clarity. I hope it brings you strength. And I hope that you will feed loyalty, devotion, not fear. Love you guys a lot. Namaste.